Every weekday morning since the turn of the 20th century, the Purdy family has fished the waters of Lake Huron. William Jeremiah Purdy founded Purdy Fisheries at Sarnia Bay in 1900 with a pair of hook nets and a dream. In 1912, W.J. bought out an existing fishery on Moulden Road and moved his nets to Lake Huron. Using wooden flat-bottom boats, he fished pond nets held in place by wooden stakes. In 1927, W.J.'s son Ron took an interest in working alongside his father. A constantly growing industry dictated that in 1945 they moved to their present location on the riverfront in Point Edward. With modernization being a constant factor, Purdy started gill netting in 1947. It was only a year later that pond nets were replaced by the more modern trap net. Using both gill and trap nets gave Purdy Fisheries a unique status on Lake Huron. In 1956, a third generation became part of the full-time operation, and through construction and purchases in the 60s and 70s, the fleet grew to 10 modern fishing vessels. The largest boat, the LNR, was a 54-foot gill netter built by Purdy Fisheries in 1949. Today, the LNR is one of a number of modern fishing vessels on Lake Huron. It has been renovated to the length of 75 feet, equipped with the latest in marine electronics. It is the pride of the Purdy fleet. Gill netting is designed to target a specific species of fish. The desired species dictates the size and location of the nets to be used. This reduces the incidental catch to a minimum. Gill nets were first made of linen and nylon, but recently replaced by the more durable and economical monofilament. These nets can be up to a mile long and are securely anchored at both ends. Depending on water temperature and target species, they can be adjusted to near the bottom of the lake or just beneath the water surface. Being virtually undetectable, fish swim in and are netted by their gills. Once pulled from the water, they are coiled in steel trays, then overhauled by the crew. Overhauling is the process of removing fish from the net while recoiling the net to be reset. Fish are sorted by size and are immediately iced to ensure a quality product. Nets are reset out the back of the boat over a roller to spread the net and prevent tangles. The reset position is determined by the size of catch and fish movement. While returning to shore, fish are packed in cardboard boxes, ready for shipping. In addition to gill nets, Purdy's also use trap nets. The trap net is similar to a large minnow trap in which the fish swim in and can't find their way out. These nets can reach sizes of over 2,000 cubic feet. Before the nets are set, the netting is inspected. Nets are transported to the dock where they are sorted and prepared to be set. Setting the nets requires two boats. One boat sets the nets while the other sets the anchors. An anchor weighs approximately 50 pounds. Each net has 14 anchors. The nets remain in the water for 4 to 6 weeks and then are removed. They are taken back to the warehouse, allowed to dry, and then mended. During the mending process, nets are hoisted by lifting poles to check for holes. Coralline is a standard material for trap nets due to its light weight and resistance to underwater currents and weather. Once in the water, nets are usually emptied twice a week by a process called lifting. Trap nets are first hooked over the back of the boat and then pulled up the side by hydraulic winches. The nets you see here are targeting whitefish. They are 20 to 40 feet deep and have a green latex coating to protect the nets from wear. The nets are secured and the top opened. Once the loose netting is pulled away, the fish are removed using a dip net. Fish are put in a tray where they are sorted by species and size. At this time, the small and unwanted fish are released live. The Ministry of Natural Resources regulates fish quotas through the constant observation of fish stocks. The ministry provides observers to tabulate the amount and size of fish that are netted. A certain percentage are sampled and weighed to monitor different age classes. Results are sent to the Ministry of Natural Resources and used for the adjustment of quotas. Trap nets vary in size, color, depth, and location. These factors are all taken into consideration when targeting a specific species of fish. These smaller trap nets are set closer to shore and are targeting pickerel. Although pickerel is the predominant catch here, many other species are also harvested. These include perch, sturgeon, catfish, sheephead, and carp. Sometimes market demand dictates that a particular species of fish be kept alive. These fish are put in live tanks on the boat and then transferred to raceways on shore. They are used for stocking lakes and ponds throughout southern Ontario and the northeastern United States. Pickerel and catfish are most commonly used for stocking purposes. All commercial fishermen must be licensed by the province. Periodically, the ministry game wardens make on-board inspections to ensure licensing regulations are observed. Cooperation between ministry officials and fishermen make the quota system an effective manager of fish stocks in Lake Huron.
You know what grid you're in, Rob?
402.
License?
Yeah,
What's the vessel?
there you go.
Currently, the North American fish market is extremely competitive. Purdy Fisheries is constantly modernizing to maintain their elite status in these markets. Plastic insulated totes keep the fish cool and out of the sun until arriving at the plant. These containers contribute greatly to preserve the overall quality of Purdy fish and also make for efficient handling on the dock. Within hours, the packing and shipping process is complete. Purdy's fish are then routed to major international markets, such as Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and Detroit. Common national destinations include Montreal and Toronto. Even with success in these major marketplaces, the Purdy family still caters to local customers. Inside the processing plant, fish are first scaled by machines. They are then transferred to a second station where they are put through the heading machine. Finally, a filleting machine removes the backbone and rib cage. All fillets are checked by hand before reaching the store shelf. Fresh fillets, smoked fish, and a fine selection of fresh and frozen seafood are all found at Purdy's retail outlet. Local customers enjoy a large selection and friendly service with every visit.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Good.
What types of fresh fish do you have today?
Well, we have our pickerel, perch, we've got whitefish and trout, and we have them in fillets, whole, as well as pan-ready.
Okay. How many fillets would you be in a pound of pickerel?
3 to 4, depending on the size.
Okay, could you give me a pound of the larger fillets, please?
Okay, that'll give you about three fillets. Will that be enough?
That should be all right.
Okay. Really nice big ones. You're a mutt today. It's all good. Okay, and we have just over a pound and a quarter there. Is that too much? Is that okay? Okay, and that comes to $8 even, please.
Okay.
There you are.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
And $2 makes 10.
Okay,
Thanks
thank
very
you.
much. Have a nice day.
You too.
With every day comes a new challenge, and Purdy Fisheries is prepared to meet it. We are proud to put a quality product on your table and will continue to do so for many years to come. Sound business practices and hard work make Purdy Fisheries successful, but it is a love for the lake and the family tradition that makes it worthwhile.